Urgent. It's 2009 in Uttar Pradesh's Badaui district, and a massive police manhunt is underway. Chief Minister Mayawati has issued a strict, non-negotiable order: find and arrest the notorious local strongman, Vijay Mishra, immediately. But Mishra doesn't run to an underground safehouse. Instead, he casually walks onto a highly publicized open-air stage right next to the state's most powerful opposition leader, Mulayam Singh Yadav. In front of a massive crowd, Mishra's wife turns to Mulayam and pleads for her husband's life. Mulayam responds by taking the microphone and openly daring the surrounding police forces to step forward and make an arrest. Nobody moves. To end the standoff, Mulayam grabs Mishra by the hand, walks him into his private helicopter, and flies him off to safety, while hundreds of armed state police officers stand by and watch helplessly. It is a sequence of events that defies logic. How exactly does a wanted criminal manage to use a former chief minister's helicopter to escape the current chief minister's police force? To understand this level of impunity, we have to look at the map. Badaui sits precisely wedged between two massive political and economic power centers, Varanasi and Prayagraj. This strategic positioning turned the small district into a gold mine. It became a hub for lucrative carpet weaving and heavy sand mining. Moving those resources, controlling the supply lines, and dominating the land required serious muscle. Into this vacuum stepped Vijay Mishra. Over 3 decades, he built an absolute empire over the district's economy. He survived the brutal underworld by mastering the political chameleon's playbook. He didn't rely solely on firepower. He adapted his allegiances to whoever controlled the state legislature. His rise began in 1990. Under the direct patronage of established Congress heavyweights, Mishra secured his first local election as a bloc pramukh. He immediately weaponized his new position. He cultivated a hyper-local network of loyalists and informants across the district. If the UP police planned a raid, his network fed him the intelligence well before the officers even started their engines. Protected by this warning system, his criminal portfolio rapidly expanded. Over the years, he racked up more than 70 serious cases, spanning extortion, murder, and even a brazen bomb attack on a sitting state cabinet minister. His intellect and local control made him indispensable to the state's apex predators. He functioned as a protected strategist and mastermind for heavy-hitting mafias, including the notorious Mukhtar Ansari. Mishra operated far above the level of a common street enforcer. He was a highly calculated asset, trading his raw muscle and geographical control for top-tier political favors. That utility peaked in 2002. Mulayam Singh Yadav handed him a Samajwadi Party ticket, but with one strict condition: Mishra had to use his influence to sweep the elections in several neighboring districts. Mishra delivered exactly what was asked. He secured the surrounding seats for the party, and in return, swapped his status as a hunted fugitive for the title of Honorable MLA, comfortably seated inside the state assembly. But the political winds shifted drastically in 2012. Chief Minister Mayawati launched a massive crackdown. With the state police closing in fast, Mishra realized his usual tactics wouldn't keep him out of a police encounter, so he executed a brilliant legal loophole. He went entirely off the grid, grew out a long beard, disguised himself as a wandering sadhu in saffron robes, and fled to New Delhi to surrender to a judge, entirely bypassing the UP police. Back home, he actively manipulated his public image. He explicitly rejected the criminal label Bahubali, instead rebranding himself as a Janbali, a man powered by the people. He funded massive religious rituals and insisted locals refer to him simply as Baba. By perfectly balancing raw fear in the underworld with religious devotion in the public square, he achieved political invincibility. He even won his assembly seat while sitting inside a jail cell. The entire playbook fractured in 2017. Akhilesh Yadav formally cut Mishra's election ticket, severing the long-time political armor that had shielded his empire. His localized grip on Badaui was still tight enough that he managed to win that year's election on a completely different party ticket. But the macro-political landscape of Uttar Pradesh was about to shift permanently. By 2020, under Yogi Adityanath's government, the state machinery that once nurtured Mishra turned overtly hostile. The government systematically dismantled his network. He was arrested on severe extortion and assault charges. The state then moved in and seized a staggering 85 crore rupees worth of his gang's properties. The final blow landed during the 2022 elections. He attempted his old trick of fighting for his seat from behind bars. This time, he lost, officially ending his 2-decade reign over Gyanpur. In 2009, he floated away in a chief minister's helicopter. By 2020, he was dragged back to Uttar Pradesh in the back of a heavily guarded police convoy. The contrast reveals a stark reality. A Bahubali's empire is ultimately an illusion. It survives only as long as the state permits it to exist.